y'all are here. It's so awesome to see all of you. It's not all that often that we get to get like so many people together in one space, so it's really nice to see everybody. So thank you all so much for coming. So today we have a little bit of a presentation for you. It's a celebration for us winning the U.S. News and World Report for 2025 award. So for those of you that haven't gotten your shirts already, they are at the back. You can pick it up at the end. But we get to celebrate with a new polo shirt. All right. So first, we want to go over our mission and vision statements and just some reminders. So our mission is enriching lives through inspired experiences. Our vision statement is we are dedicated to providing a nurturing, purposeful, connected, and abundant life for all we serve. And then our core values are resident-centered, always, community operation with inclusion and integrity, people first, dedicated and engaged associates, all of you out there, financial stewardship, innovative and nurturing culture, and environmentally conscious. And then these are our guiding principles. So we provide hospitality and first-class service in a secure, warm, and inviting community. Sarah's going to talk to you next about hospitality promises and go over that. We provide premier healthcare that promotes and encourages independence, physical, social, spiritual, and intellectual growth while treating everyone with dignity and respect. We communicate well and often. We find unique ways to bring joy to our residents and associates. We consider the impact of our actions on the world, and we do our best to make the world a better place. We seek and adopt innovative solutions. And finally, we act honestly with ourselves and others. And next, I'm going to turn it over to Sarah Lloyd to go over hospitality promises with you.
These, right? Where have you seen this?
Everywhere.
The treehouse, right? Okay. And so every month we go over each one of these principles, right? So there's 10 of them, and there's 12 months, right? So we tend to, towards the end of the year, we look back and we go through the culmination of all of these principles, right? But today we're going to talk about 2 specifically. So, this is hospitality promise number 1. I know it's right there and I can't quiz you, but we greet you warmly by name and with a smile. Everybody knows this, right? We go over at new hire orientation, and again, we go probably about the first of the year, we go over number 1. So, does anybody know what the 10-5 rule is? Come on, somebody does. No? Well, I'm going to re-educate you, right? The idea behind the 10-5 rule is that anytime you find yourself within 10 feet of somebody, right, you should smile and make eye contact. When you're within 5 feet of someone, you should greet them with a friendly hello or another greeting. We kind of already do that intrinsically. Typically, when we're walking down the street, we'll see somebody go, "Hi, how are you?" and we keep going, right? So it's kind of natural, but it's even more important in the industry in which we work. Right? Because we're serving a population of seniors, and they're people. We don't make computers, right? If we want to make computers, we'd be all working for Dell down the street. So what is a warm greeting?
Good morning.
Good morning. What else? How you doing? I heard something about by name, right? We get to know our residents, right? Hi, Mrs. Jones, how are you? A genuine smile, direct eye contact, a friendly and confident tone of voice. Cedric, since you called out and you're way in the back, come walk with me. Walk with me, Cedric. So we're down the hall. I'm busy, he's busy. Oh, hi Cedric, how are you doing today? Awesome. Good to see you. Hope you have a great day. Okay, Cedric, was that hard?
No.
Exactly right. Can you tell when someone is smiling? Yeah. Even if they're not showing their teeth. Right? Even if they're like, right? We can even tell on the phone when someone's smiling on the phone, right? What do you mean by greeting someone by their name? What does that feel like? What does that mean?
Personal.
Personal. Somebody says respect. Makes you feel at home.
It also means that you care enough to learn their name.
Exactly right. These name badges aren't just for us in this room, right? It's also for our residents to make a connection, to feel like they know us, because we are working in their what? Thank you. When we are greeting our residents, we should greet them by Mr., Ms., Mrs., Doctor, and not by their first name. Now, I know that's kind of hard for some of us, and some of our residents go, please call me June. I'm not Mrs. So-and-so. But I will tell you, for a lot of our population, Mr., Mrs., and Doctor, that's a sign of respect. So unless you're told specifically to call me by June, we need to use their last name, which is hard because what's on their name badge? Their first name, right? Remembering someone's name shows a connection with the person and creates a culture of respect. So when we recognize each other, right, when we're walking down the halls, it's great for us to learn each other's name too, because we're trying to show each other respect. I feel good when you all go, "Hi Sarah, how are you today?" I'm like, "Hi Brian, how are you?" So that's the 10-5 rule. 10 feet, 5 feet. Again, I think that's something we already do, most of us do. Okay, we just practiced, we're good. We're not gonna practice again. So the next hospitality promise is number 2. We treat everyone with courteous respect. What does that mean to you? Being kind and respectful. Treat people how you want to be treated. Treating others with respect builds trust and warmth. We all want to work somewhere that we like going to every day, right? If you feel uncomfortable and you don't feel safe, or you don't feel like you're in a trusted space, you don't want to go there. One of the reasons Westminster is highly rated by you all is because we do work really hard to make sure you're in a safe, accommodating space, and we treat you with respect. It fosters a cooperative, positive workplace among coworkers. Between teams, interdisciplinary teams, right? We're all connected. Without one department, the others wouldn't exist. Using polite language, maintaining eye contact, and giving your full attention to residents, such as greeting them by name or asking how their day is going. So most of us go like what I said to Cedric, "How's it going today?" He's like, "I'm fine." You usually get that. I had a resident once, I'd go, "Hi, Mr. Jones." I'm using Jones. "Hi, Mr. Jones, how are you today?" B+. I was like, "Oh, how do we get you to an A?" He's like, "Oh no, that's me. Someone's not feeling good today." So you're gonna get weird things out of left field, but 9 times out of 10 you're gonna be like, "I'm okay." But sometimes you might hear something that you need to address, right? Or you need to bring to somebody's attention. Why should we treat others with courteous respect?
That's a rhetorical question.
It is a rhetorical
Yeah.
question, yeah.
Because that's how you should treat it.
That's how we should just treat everybody in general, right? But we are in the hospitality industry. We have to go above and beyond than what we would typically do, like say at Dell, right? Help others to feel valued and heard, builds positive relationships, and reduces conflict. Who wants to come to work where there's constantly conflict? Not me. Not me. So who should we treat with courteous respect? Oh my gosh, did you read this already? Good job, guys. Oh, safety promises, not me. That's you. Thank you all.
Thank you. So these are our safety promises that Safety Committee came up with, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago? It's been a really long time. We do have a really active safety committee here at Westminster, do put safety first always. I'd like to quickly just ask any safety committee members that are here to just please stand up so that the group can recognize you. So those are some of our safety committee members. So I'm not going to read through all of the promises with you because I think you've seen these around. I know that we posted them recently up in the tree house as well. Jenny created those really cute signs for us with all the promises. Thank you, Jenny. So these are our safety promises that we hope that you remember and that you live by and each and every day as you're working and going about your day. But we've come up with something different. Who here could use an extra $200? Yeah, I'd like a $200 gift card. So we've come up with a safety promise contest for you. So we want you to be creative and to show it to us. So we want to add a new safety promise that deals specifically with transportation safety, right? So we sometimes have some associates that are kind of speeding through the garage, going a little bit more than the 5 miles an hour, just not always paying attention to the speed limit and where they're parking and those types of things. So keep that in mind as you're thinking of a new safety promise. Wendy has a few sheets back there in the back at the snack table that you can take with you where you can write down your safety promise. But if you don't know what it is today or want to take more time to think about it, you can email it to Wendy Gordon, or you can come by HR later in next week and get a form. But you have a few weeks to submit your promise. So by the end of the month, and then our wonderful safety committee is going to review those promises and pick the new promise at their next meeting for the month of July. And then we'll announce the winner at that end of the week. And if your safety promise is chosen, you get $200. It gets to go up on the wall in the tree house and gets to get added to our other safety promises so that we'll have 10 promises instead of just 9. Right? Any questions over that?
Anyone in regards to transportation, driving, right?
Yes, so having to do with safe driving, obeying the speed limit, parking where you're supposed to, just doing the right thing while driving.
Okay.
Yeah? You're on safety committee though, so you're not eligible to participate.
Darn.
Sorry, Brooks, but you can share that around. All right. And so with that, my part is done. I'm going to turn it over to our wonderful executive director, Chuck Borst, for the rest.
Can I say that you all just look great? I'm looking around this room, and this is the best team in senior living, I know without a doubt. By applause, who knows in this room that you're part of something very special? So we talked a lot about professionalism and courteous respect in our community, and excellence. That includes the way we act when no one is watching, right? Speeding or being reckless in a shared space where residents, coworkers, and visitors are moving through is not only dangerous, it also sends the wrong message about who we are and what we value, right? It's not okay to speed through the parking garage, even if you're running late. Be late. Are you going to get fired for being late one time? No. 2 times? No. Will you get counseled? Yes. Shouldn't you? And what does it tell you if you're running late? Maybe you need to leave home a little earlier. Right. How many of us want to be treated with respect? Everyone? Right. We all want to be treated with respect. That starts with showing it through our words, our tone, our dress, and yes, even how we drive and move through the campus. Okay, so let's be safe out there. Acting like ladies and gentlemen doesn't mean being stiff or outdated. It means being thoughtful, courteous, and responsible in everything we do. We do follow the rules, okay? We do try to do what's right. We are one senior living community that really believes in being courteous and respectful to everyone that we serve, and we serve all of us, right? Let's continue to be the kind of team others look up to, not just because of the work that we do, but because of the way we do it. Let's continue to be the kind of team that we can all be proud to be a part of. Are you proud to be a part of this team?
Yeah.
I am. All right, I have a video here. Some of you have seen this, especially if you've started work here in the last couple of years, but some of us, I think, need a little bit of a refresher.
Hey, how's it going? You can stand right there, that's your mark. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Great. Just tell us your first name and your age.
My real age?
My name is Paolo. I'm 25 years old.
My name is Daniela, and I'm 19.
24. 35.
31. 33.
I'm 26 years old.
What age do you consider to be old?
Late 40s.
Maybe 50.
I feel like 30s and 20s. So I'd say like 40 years old.
I'd probably say 50s.
I'd like you to show me how an old person would cross the street. Show me how an old person would send a text message. How might an old person do a push-up? What about jumping jacks? Okay, hang on. There's someone I want you to meet.
Hello, I'm Birch. I'm 66.
Hi, I'm Daphne, and I'm 68. I'm Dee, and I'm 55.
George Bassbinder, 75.
My name's Parvati. I'm 70.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. We're going to give you about 2 minutes to teach each other something that you are good at.
I can teach you a jump that I do.
Okay, please.
Both of your legs go up,
Mhm.
and your arm goes up, and your left arm goes like to the side.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, and bring it to your heart, and bring it to your heart, and head in. Yeah.
When I try to get you balanced, and it's
Yeah. 5, 6, 7. So when you come out of the turn, either way, you go back to that distance.
over. Now forward. Over. Yeah.
Square like this, and we hook. Hook, jab, cross, hook, and then we'll go like this. All right?
1, 2, 3.
Now, what age might you consider to be old?
Probably 80 or 90. He could just do everything that I told him to do. An age that I would consider to be old now might be 100.
Do you remember what you said?
Yeah, I said in the 50s. I thought there we go. But what I thought about it.
Believe me.
I'm sorry.
It really changed my thinking of what old is. You taught me something today. Clearly, there's no way she's old, you know?
Now I know from today ahead, I don't look at age.
At my age, I feel like I did when I was in my 20s.
There's so many things that I still want to do. There's so many things that I can do. As long as I'm growing and learning, then age doesn't matter.
When people start stopping, that's when they start getting old.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Daphne. It was great meeting you.
How long have you been doing this? Is this a new skill?
40 years.
Wow.
our residents old? No, they're not. No. This next topic is something that quite a few of our residents brought to my attention and many of our leadership team, and that's something called elder speak. Anybody familiar with the term? All right, so let's watch this video and then we'll become familiar.
Elder speak is a unique pattern of speech similar to baby talk that younger individuals often adopt when speaking to the elderly. The tone of elder speak can seem condescending, express unwanted pity, and potentially foster resentment among older adults. Hi, I'm Liz, and today we will be covering what elder speak is and why it can be harmful, brought to you by Visiting Angels. The characteristics of elder speak include slow and careful speech, simplified grammar, assumption of helplessness, exaggerated affectionate words like sweetie, honey, dear, or buddy. Many older adults tolerate this treatment daily, even when they're perfectly capable of understanding normal speech patterns. This degrading interaction can be harmful to their mental and physical well-being. Roots of elder speak. When we speak to each other, we instinctively modify our speech to better convey our words. In situations where communication could be difficult, we automatically use simple forms of speech so someone with perceived limited ability can comprehend. While younger people may not deliberately patronize older adults, they may use elder speak subconsciously based on their belief of the elderly's ability, or lack thereof, to understand and respond. Effects of elder speak. Sing-song tones, exaggerated pronunciation, and baby talk are confusing tactics that distort messages conveyed to seniors. These techniques actually decrease comprehension. Understandably, older people in full possession of their faculties are unhappy when addressed as children. Elder speak's negative effects can include depression, resentment, low self-esteem, embarrassment, and loneliness. Elder speak may lead older adults to harbor increased anger and refuse to cooperate with assisted care. A baby talk speech pattern can be an attack on their dignity and self-worth. Sensitive and thoughtful speaking. Here are some suggestions when speaking with older adults who have communication limitations or challenges. Always speak respectfully. Use simple sentences to express complex ideas in bite-sized parts. Repeat key points you wish to communicate, paraphrasing and changing the structure. Speak in a way that respects the dignity of the senior you are addressing. If you enjoy our content, please make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Elders.
So, elder speak, it's communication to older adults that sounds like baby talk, right? It arises from ages, assumption of frailty, confidence, or dependence, right? Are our residents frail? No, they're not. Are they incompetent? No, they're not. Sometimes we have negative stereotypes of older adults. We watched that video. Just because you're an older adult does not mean life is stopped. You haven't ended up here. You continue to learn. You continue to experience life. You continue to grow. So we change the way we talk. Elder speak can be controlling, kind of bossy. So too often that messages there's honey, dearie, sweetie, mama. Come on, mama, how you doing today? Have you heard that? Here? Yes. Right. Let's commit ourselves to treat everyone, including our seniors, with courteous respect at all times. This includes no use of elder speak in our community and in interactions with seniors and elders, even outside of our community. Let's not use these terms anymore. Treat everybody with courteous respect. Don't ask our seniors, what are we having for lunch today? Are we ready for our bath? Say instead, what can I get you for lunch today? Are you ready to take your bath? We are person-centered. We empower our residents to make decisions for themselves. Treat them with courteous respect. This is an issue that our residents brought to our attention. So it's important to them. And whether or not they're currently accepting the practice, they don't want to. They feel disrespected by its practice. So let's commit ourselves for no more elder speak in our community starting today. Can I get an amen? Amen. All right. Going to talk about the expansion just a little bit. Do you know there's an expansion?
Yes.
Okay, well that's working. Did you know that we didn't start on time? Yes. When did I want to start?
April 1st.
I love you. Yes, paying attention. We did not start on time. We started in June. We're 2 months behind already. It's going to take about 18 months. We're getting a lot of cool amenities with it. We're getting a better connectivity between the Preston and Windsor building. We're getting an improved dining room. The Laurel dining room, it's our intent to finish that first. It's going to take us about 9 months. We're getting a great community center. This is a picture of the dining room once it's finished. This is the cocktail lounge that the Laurel will have. This is the dining room. This is a picture of a coffee shop that will be facing east on Jackson. We'll have a new courtyard added to our campus. Also a wrought iron fence along the east perimeter of our campus to increase our security. We're going to have a new conservatory in our Preston courtyard. This will be an air-conditioned space, 2 stories tall, with a deck on top of it, some raised planter beds that you'll be able to actually walk out the door of Harrisville Hall right onto that roof. This is a look at the west courtyard. It's going to get a remodel. It's going to have a fireplace. It's going to have a generator sitting behind the fireplace that will supply every function for the Preston building. If there's ever an emergency where the power is gone, we will have up to 7 day supply here on our campus. And it's the intent that each of our buildings has this when this project is over. So the Preston building, the Carlisle building, and the Windsor building will all 3 function independently. If they lose power, well, our generators will kick on. We're going to have air conditioning. We're going to have heat in the wintertime, and we'll still be able to flourish in our great community. This is the conservatory, an air-conditioned space. This is our coffee shop. This is the 2nd floor. You can see that we're connecting A and B wing on the Preston on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd floors, and it also connects to the Windsor. So it improves the mobility for our residents around the campus. Right now, a lot of them have to go back to the core elevators to move around, and the Preston really is inconvenient. A lot of long walks, especially when there's an elevator up, which happens once in a while, huh? 3rd floor Preston, and the 2nd floor Windsor. So right along this wall of Harrisville Hall, there's going to be a ramp to a new clubhouse that's going to sit on top of this roof. And on the other side of the clubhouse is going to be pickleball courts, sports courts. This space is going to have a billiards table, ping pong, a place for happy hours dedicated to it, and this sports simulator. This is a look at the clubhouse, and this is a multi-purpose room that's actually on the other side of the Laurel dining room. This is the pickleball courts. You'll notice the Austin skyline in the background. That's not really the skyline that we look at, though, is it? Those are sound mitigation boards, but they're made to look like Austin's skyline. So very cool. We also get a game room with the bowling alley. You can thank Danny for that idea. In a meeting, we had to discuss what amenities we'd like to bring to senior living. Do you know any other senior living communities that have these amenities? No. We're challenging the status quo, aren't we? We are repositioning ourselves for the future, and we're leading senior living as we do it. We're inspiring other senior living communities to up their game, right? To be more like Westminster. You are truly a part of a special community, one of the best in the country. Thank you all for everything you do to make it that way. Yes, we can give ourselves applause. Every year we talk about awards and accomplishments. We're halfway through the year 2025, and yes, we have a lot of awards and accomplishments. And we do year after year. You all are doing a fabulous job. One of the biggest awards, I think, is this U.S. News and World Report award that we received for the best of senior living. That means in every level of care, we are best in the industry. We were one of 2 of the LCS portfolio, that's 150 communities, that achieved this ranking. One of the only one in the state of Texas that received this as a CCRC. So let's give ourselves another round. And for celebrating with the polo shirt, it takes every single one of you every single day following our hospitality promises, following our safety promises, being ladies and gentlemen, being great team members to produce these results. I really appreciate every single one of you. We have some great events coming up. Our Alzheimer's fundraising kickoff with P. Terry's and Frios Pops is on June the 11th. How many of you are going to be there? Yes? All right. $5 donation, tax deductible. It's a great burger, great fries. It's a great experience. It's a great event every year. On June the 16th through July the 7th, we're going to have our associate survey by Intergage. How many of you are going to participate in the associate survey by applause? All right. I want every single one of you to participate in the survey. It's completely confidential. We don't know what you say, but I think you'll say that Westminster is a top workplace again. It is. It's a great place to work. I want you to leave comments. Absolutely. We're going to take those comments to heart, and we will work on those things. You know, whatever you tell us in the comments. But let's all participate. Every department that has 90% participation will have a party. Who wants to be the department that doesn't have 90%? Any volunteers? No? So let's all participate in the survey. Get our colleagues, our team members to participate, okay? Everybody knows Juneteenth is a holiday for us. June 20th, Kona Ice will be here with great slushes. Snow cones. Snow cones. Don't spill them on yourselves or the carpet. Not on the carpet especially. Right, Owen?
That's right.
That's right. July the 21st, Amy's Ice Cream. All right. Thank you for all you do. Thanks for keeping Westminster one of the best communities in the country.